Hi guys, it's Dave here again, and I've got a cool new device for my SEGA MegaDrive, courtesy of Stone Age Gamer and Crix, the EverDrive for Mega Drive and Sega Genesis. This is basically a flash cart which allows me to play any Mega Drive game or any Genesis game pretty much that ever existed. Here you can see the back of the box, which tells you it's compatible with Genesis, Mega Drive, 32X and Master System games. So you can play Master System games without having the power base converter. There you can see the manual and some firmware upgrade vouchers. And this is the deluxe edition, so it comes with a 2GB SD card, as you can see in the top of the cartridge already. I'm just going to pull that out so that you can see it. It's got a nice EverDrive logo on it, EverDrive label on it, I should say. I'm just going to pop that back into the top of the cartridge, and as you can see along the top of the cartridge you've got the SMS pause button. That's for pausing a Sega Master System game. And there's the front of the cartridge and the bottom. The cartridge looks really nice, it looks really well made, and as you can see I've put the SD card back in, and there is the deluxe serial number to show you that it's a deluxe version that I've got here. And I'm just going to pop that into the Mega Drive. Okay, now this is compatible with pretty much any Sega Mega Drive game. However, if you have Virtua Racing, which I do here, this will not work with the EverDrive because of the Sega Virtua processor, as you can see on the front of the box here. So it's okay if you've got the actual cartridge for Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, but not okay if you want to try and use the ROM with the EverDrive. Now let's hook this thing up to the TV so you can see it working. Okay, so I'm just firing up the Mega Drive now with the cartridge plugged in, and there's the main menu that you're presented with. You've got some options on the screen: to play game, to select a game, options, cheats and toolbox. I'm just going to go into select game so you can see my SD card. I've already formatted it and set it up obviously before this video, and there is my folder structure, starting with 0 to F, G to R, S to Z. You can see Game Genie codes because you can actually save Game Genie codes as text files and put them into that folder or into a folder. Here's the Mega Games collection that came out for the Sega Mega Drive that I remember having as a youngster. The SMS ROMs, because as I said, this can play Master System ROMs without actually requiring you to have the Sega Power Base Converter. And I've also got a Protos directory in case anybody's wondering. That's the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 prototype ROMs that were released. So I'm just scrolling through the list. I'm now going to choose a game so you can see how this works. I'm going to pick one that everybody's played a million times over the years, Sonic the Hedgehog, which I have actually got in cartridge format as well, in case anybody's wondering. And it's now copying the game to the flash chip inside the cartridge. And then the system actually boots the cartridge. So as you're going to see, it starts up. Now, my Mega Drive at the moment, the switch is in the 50 Hz position, so everything's going to be slow, and you're going to see the borders top and bottom of the screen. This is just me quickly demonstrating Sonic the Hedgehog, just so you can see that it works normally. As people have probably already said, this is not emulation, this is genuinely a cartridge being played on a Mega Drive with the image of Sonic the Hedgehog burned onto the ROM, or flashed onto the ROM chip I should say. So I'm playing this genuinely on the real hardware. Now also the EverDrive is available for the Sega Master System, so if you've got a Master System you can get an EverDrive cartridge for that. It's available for the Super Nintendo, so if you've got a Super Nintendo you can do the same. It's also available for the Nintendo 64, which is really cool if you've got a 64 lying around. It means you could play games that maybe back in the day you didn't have, they weren't available in your region. And it was also available for the Sega Game Gear, which is pretty cool too. So as you can see, I've finished the Sonic level. 33 seconds and 85 rings, not too bad. Got to the special stage as well, which is even better. Now, if you just press the reset button, as I'm doing here on your Mega Drive, it will take you back to the game that you've already loaded up. It will not take you back to the EverDrive menu. If you actually want to go back to the EverDrive menu, you have to flick the switch. So turn the Mega Drive off and back on again, as you can see, and it comes back up with the menu. So, I've gone back into select games. Now, I'm going to show you a Sega Master System game in action. This is Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Master System. So again, it erases the Sonic the Hedgehog for Mega Drive out of the ROM chip, and it's now flashing Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Master System instead. And there you can see the title screen of Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Master System. So just a quick playthrough again, because it's 50 Hz and the PAL position on my Switch, it's all very, very slow. And I'm also not the best at Sonic the Hedgehog on the Master System either. And again, as before, as you're going to see, if you press the reset button, it's actually just going to reset back to Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Master System, as I'm doing now. So again, to get back to the EverDrive menu, switch your console off and switch your console back on again, as I'm doing now. And there you go. I'm now restarting my machine and it's going to go back to the EverDrive main menu. So here's a bit of information about the EverDrive. This is the about box, if you like, the about page. Stone Age Gamer, Crix, various other bits of information. Update OS, that's if you get an update for the operating system onto your SD card, you can actually flash it to the device and keep your EverDrive up to date. And here's a list of information about the EverDrive and about the machine that it's in. As you can see, EU PAL console region. When my switch is in the 60 Hz position, it comes up with US NTSC. And there you go, you can save and load the SRAM, because this game will actually allow you to retain your save data with games that have save data, such as Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And here's me demonstrating the text file that contains the Sonic 3 and Knuckles cheat codes, the Game Genie codes. So you can obviously write them into a text file on your PC, save it, and then put it onto the SD card. And then you can actually use the cheat codes with Sonic 3 and Knuckles or whatever game it is that you want to use the cheats for. So I'm going to show you one final game, which is one that I personally like. There is a bit of a thing I need to mention about NBA Jam TE, and that is that I had to download the version that said F1 after the name of the game. I had another version, and basically it didn't work with the EverDrive at all, despite working on an emulator. It brought up a screen of black and blue bars and just wouldn't ever load the game. So this game is also a good example because it's slightly bigger, or I'd say slightly, it's quite a bit bigger than Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega MegaDrive, so this one takes a little bit longer to flash to the ROM chip. It's not really a big deal though, it's not a ridiculous long time, as you're going to see now, because I'm showing it in real time. And then you can see how bad I am at NBA Jam TE, despite the fact it being one of my favourite basketball games I've ever played. I will also say the Sony PlayStation version of NBA Jam TE was fantastic, so if you get a chance to check it out and you're a bit of a fan of basketball games, especially really fast arcadey basketball games, then I suggest you check out NBA Jam TE on the Sony PlayStation. So here's NBA Jam TE actually working, which is fantastic. And just another quick note about the EverDrive itself, I highly recommend that you pick one of these up. It works extremely well, as you've seen from this video. It's a really, really good thing to have, a really convenient thing to have. It means you don't have to go rummaging through your collection to pick out a cart to play it. You can literally just have the ROM image of the cart on the SD card and then load it onto the EverDrive cartridge and play it. So here's me just going through the NBA Jam TE menus. Just choosing a random team. I always used to choose the Chicago Bulls, I didn't used to choose the Cleveland Cavaliers, I think it is. And just to show you NBA Jam TE working. And as you're going to see straight away, I suck at NBA Jam. I attempt to pass that gets stolen, look. And then I get done for goaltending, watch this. There you go. Oh, I don't know. I'm terrible at NBA Jam TE, I know it. Get a lucky shot in there. I was trying to do a slam dunk, but I got a lucky shot in instead. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. As I say, I can't recommend the EverDrive enough in whatever format that you're going to use it for, be it Super Nintendo if you pick up that one, N64, Master System or Game Gear, any of those versions. Can't recommend the cartridge enough. It's fantastic work by Crix, and a big thanks to Stone Age Gamer for for having it available to us. So this has been Dave, and I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.